Well, I think customer service falls in this category. Let me ask you, how many of you know, show of hands on this, how many of you know more about diet and exercise than you actually apply in your life? Yeah, that was just a little bit of a stretch for everybody because we all pretty much can raise our hands. We all know what we should do. We just don't do it. Well, customer service falls in that exact same category. So that's what I challenge you with as you sit here. I think we primarily are being processed and not served. Does that make sense? Yeah. When I say process, we get what we want. We get what we need. We finish, we hang up, we walk away, we move to the next email. I mean, we get what we want, we get what we need, but there was nothing that caused me to go, wow, they're good. That's when we're served. We want to be served, not processed. And processed is just what we're so used to. I ask you to check yourself. Could you be possibly having one of those days where all in all you're really processed and you didn't truly serve the customer? Today's time, today's world, we can't get away with processing. The stakes are too high. They talk about us. They take their business elsewhere. They're vocal, as we said. They've got too many choices. We will not keep them loyal if we're processing. Today's customers want a relationship. They want an experience that engages them. An experience that engages them to an extent where they will become loyal because they love what it is we do. They'll talk about us. They'll sell us to others because how good we are. So when I think relationship, let me read something else. There's a few things about listening that I always love telling you. This is one of my favorite sayings. You all have heard it before, I'm sure, somewhere along the line. And it's very simply this. There is a difference between listening and waiting for your turn to talk. Make sense? And I think too often with customers, we wait for our turn to talk. And why? Because I think if you have a lot of experience doing what you do, and most of you have a lot of experience handling and dealing with your customers, customers don't say that many new things. They get 8 words out, and you pretty much know what the next 42 will be. Remember that old kind of name that tune? They get 8 words out, and you know where they're going. We've got to make certain we're not simply waiting for our turn to talk, and we're truly listening. So very important. I also would love for you to think, phone's very important. In many cases, you are the ambassador to your organization at that moment. Your tone of voice makes a huge difference. The words we use, the way we resolve it. Customers want one person, one voice, first-time resolution. So it's important that we're using all those great listening skills, but we combine it with all the other stuff that creates an experience, like using their name, like possibly doing what I mentioned earlier. Gosh, you've been with us 17 years. I want to take just a moment. Thank you. And that takes 7 seconds to say. And people go, wow, it's nice somebody acknowledged it. So there are so many little things that we can do in that brief contact while we're solving and fixing that can make an incredible difference in our professionalism and how we're working with that customer at that moment.